Hello everyone, Dani Zed here, and I know I haven't done a video like this in years now. This is depending on my sickness, my chronic illness. I'm suffering from CCI, which is called craniocervical instability. It's instability between the first two head joints I'm having and in the skull, which is very severe, and I'm also suffering from low COVID, especially chronic fatigue syndrome, and this makes everything really exhausting for me to do. That's also why I'm not doing shows anymore, or just did rarely shows the last 4 years and got less and less. And I just want to do a little awareness about that sickness, because also a lot of people in the metal scene could get this injury, like from headbanging and also other stuff doing to your body. So this can happen, not often, but it's really a severe illness, and I just want to get more people to know it, which can be affected, and I want to let you know about my sickness story. If you don't have time, because I know nowadays not much people have time to watch long videos, because this can take some time, you can read my whole sickness story in my GoFundMe link in the description. I also don't like to do this, but I really want to ask for help, also to support me financially in all this, because no insurance is paying for the treatments I have done so far. I have done different blood washes for my chronic fatigue syndrome, which are very expensive, and I also have been in October 2024 I've been to Colorado, USA. I flew there from Germany to do a PICL treatment. It's a stem cell treatment. They take it from your hip and inject it to your head joints to get everything stable again. And this was also very, very expensive, and also I'm still recovering for this 4 weeks now. The healing takes up to 4 months or even more, but normally the most success you see after 4 months. I'm now 10 weeks out. No, not 10 weeks. It's 8 weeks, 8 weeks and a half after the surgery, and I see some improvements finally, but it's still a very hard and painful process to get everything stable again. That muscles got reactivated, which were stiff all the time, and you have a lot of neurological symptoms. But I will make a deep dive later into this. And so my sickness story I want to start with started in 2020. I had some problems before, because I had a whiplash from a punch to the face back in 2006. I had neck problems from this, but it was not that severe. I could live normally with some pain and normal problems like everybody else. I could live a normal life. But in 2020, after the first time I catch COVID, it got too much for my body to handle it, and it got worse month by month. And I had ups and downs over the years, and so I would say it started then in June, July 2020, when I had tinglings in my feet and stiffness in my back and everything. And I tried a lot of physiotherapy and chiropractic treatments, and this didn't help for a long time. It just got worse and worse, and also my fatigue got worse and worse. Then in the beginning of 2021 it got even much worse, also with the tingling in my feet. I got a lot of examinations done, also a lumbar puncture, which made just more problems, because the doctors were thinking I have multiple sclerosis, but luckily I didn't have it. I don't have it, and but this lumbar puncture to my spine to check my nerve fluids. I was having headaches and couldn't work for, I think, nearly 2 months, because the hole in my dura was not closing, and there was a big problem with head pressure then. But luckily this went away. But also then after catching COVID again, and also the vaccine from BioNTech for the COVID made a lot of problems for me with my health. It went really, really downhill. And then also the first things in summer 21, it started with the brain fog, really, really big. I couldn't think clearly. I had word finding problems, along with the fatigue, and also the big muscle pain. But still I could somehow handle it. I still could drive my car very long. Did somehow do some vacation. I could work in some ways. but sure, maybe at 60-50% as I was used to. And then and I recovered a little bit until the end of 21, and at the beginning of 2022 I got another vaccine shot, the booster shot of the BioNTech Pfizer, and then I was feeling horrible for 4 months. This was really horrible, and but I somehow recovered a little bit until summer, and I was thinking maybe I was back at 50%, I would say, but really not feeling good. But I still could live, I still could drive a lot and somehow work, but still a lot of problems with fatigue and brain fog and pain and everything, vision problems I had. But then in summer 2022 I catch COVID again, and then this was when my really downhill story, the last 2 years, 2.5 years now, began. It got worse each month with the fatigue and the pain, and in the end of 2022 I did a double time inospherist. It's a blood treatment, blood wash. I did it in 2 days, two times wash my blood, just the plasma of the blood. So they take it out of one arm and it gets in the other arm, and they just wash the plasma of it, then put it back. It takes like 2.5 hours for each treatment, and it helped a little bit with the fatigue, but still I had a lot of neck pain, and still until then I was not thinking that the most of my problems I was having are coming from my neck. Still had a lot of neck pain about the years, but I was not thinking that this was the main issue, where most of it was coming from, also from the fatigue. It was a combination of the COVID and my neck. But depending on my neck problems, I went in February 23 to a chiropractor, and he adjusted me a little bit in the neck. It felt good for one evening, but then the next day it was just pure horror. My nervous system was totally out of space. I was shaky, I was dizzy and everything, and I think, at least from that whiplash I had in 2006, which we also saw the issues in the MRIs and also in the X-rays. My ligaments between the joints, they were already not tight enough. They were already loosened from the damage, and this last adjustment even loosened it more up, and then the instability was so severe that it got much more issues with the neurological problems I was having. And since then it was, every month it was getting worse and worse. I did a lot of stuff, tried a lot of stuff, burned a lot of money for trying different therapies, but it didn't help until September 2023. I found from a good chiropractor in Stuttgart area here in South Germany. He found that I'm hypermobile in my neck. He did some movement tests, and then he found that out. And from there on, I was starting to know what problem I'm having, talking with different doctors. But in Germany, it was nearly impossible to find help. I tried different things to strengthen my neck with training and everything, but it just made it worse. I tried to do some sports besides my fatigue, but it just get worse. And the years before, most of the doctors, the physiotherapists said I should stretch, and the stretching made it even more worse, because with the stretching I got even more unstable, and this is a big thing. And then in 2024 I also tried prototherapy to my neck, head joint injections from the back, but it was not getting it so much better, because my problem are the ligaments, which are the inner ligaments between the first two head joints, C1 and C2, the atlas and the axis. This is where the big problem is, and there you can just reach it from the mouth. And for this I made a bigger appointment like this year in October with Dr. Centeno from the Reganex clinic in Denver, Colorado. And when I was in Colorado, they made another DMX, digital motion X-ray, to ensure that the instability is there. And yes, it is there, and you see while I'm moving my head like this and this, that my two head joints are moving by 1 centimeter in front and beneath, and this is pulling on my nervous system, my spinal cord, my brain stem and everything, and this is causing these severe issues. Luckily, last year I also did a bigger blood wash in Vienna, in Austria, which helped again against my fatigue. So I think the long COVID thing is pretty. No, I wouldn't say pretty much cured, but much better. So I'm not anymore close to bedridden, because I was really close to bedridden. But still, this is super expensive, and I'm really struggling to get all these things done, and also working is really hard for me. And yeah, but I still did it. With my GoFundMe page I could raise 6,000 euros so far, and this really helped a little bit to cover the costs. And then we just put everything in one card and went to the USA, my wife and I, and Dr. Centeno also after the test and the DMX, he saw the instability and said PICL treatment with the stem cells would be the best choice. And they injected 4 times through my mouth to the sternocleidos, to the SEM muscle here in front, and 14 to 16 injections from the back. All the nerves from the occiput and everything through all my neck. And that was really a hard surgery. I was feeling really awful. I was super dehydrated the night after. I puked and everything, so it was really horrible. I needed IVs the next day for fluids because I was so dehydrated, because also Denver was very high in altitude and really dry air, and so I was really super dehydrated. And yeah, but after some days I could recover a little bit, and now after 2 months I see more progress going on. It really feels much, I would say not much, but a lot more stable, and I see some improvements coming. I had some good days. I could drive my car a little bit longer. I could do more things, but I also had days just laying in bed, having pain, having a lot of neurological symptoms like the brain fog, vision problems, especially dizziness, and so on. A lot of pain in the neck and headaches, eye pressure pain here on the side, nerve irritations, and I feel weak on the left side. I was feeling my body is not stable, but this is also a big progress. So it's like mostly I have like 1 or 2 days which is better, then I have 2 or 3 days which is bad, because the muscles have to adjust with the tightening of the ligaments, which of the stem cells which are working now, after the surgery. It takes weeks and weeks, and with each time it gets more stable from the ligaments. The muscles have to adjust, and the process of adjusting the muscle, also with some training, some movement training, some slide training I can do now, it's really hard and painful progress. And I also did, because I don't have a good curve in my neck. I really have a straight neck, a military neck is called in Americas, I think. There's no lordosis anymore. Normally your neck has a curve. I can show that in some pictures here also. And but my neck is really straight, and this is also pulling on the spinal cord, and there's no natural bumper, I don't know, sorry for my English, which is reducing the shocks and everything to my spinal cord. And I was working with Dr. Brian Hutchison from Florida over remote to start a training and using some weights on the neck to put the lordosis back in. Also the doctor which is doing which did the digital motion X-ray in Denver, Colorado, Dr. Katz. He started helping me with lordosis, but it's also something I have to do. So still I have a lot more way to go on my recovery. I was thinking about going to Florida for the curve correction, and also in March this year I will have a call with Dr. Centeno and see how I feel after 4 months after the surgery, and we'll see if I need another PICL. Like 1 guy out of 5 needs just 1 PICL. Maybe I'm the lucky guy, but as it looks so far, I don't think so. I think I need at least another PICL, and this costs about $12,500 to $14,500 just the surgery, without the stuff besides. And you can say I need 20k for each trip going to the US and do another surgery. Yeah, that's why I'm still asking for help. And maybe if you want, you can go to my GoFundMe page to donate a little bit, and yeah, bring me back in business. I really want to do shows again. I really want to go out with people, do more music stuff again, and just enjoy life and being a good father and husband. and everything. That would be awesome. This is really, my single wish I'm having, to come back and just live a normal life with all of you guys in the scene. And yeah, so if you want, go to the link in the subscription, donate something, share it. If you don't want to donate, no problem, just share it, would also be awesome. I would really appreciate, and I would like to do some more videos, but I'm really slow with the progress because it's really stressful and exhausting for me with the fatigue and everything, to do stuff like this with the concentration. And it really took me weeks and months to get everything together to do this little video here. And I know it got a little bit longer as I wanted. I try to be shorter in the next ones when I go into more details. And thanks for watching. Hopefully see you next time. Your Dani Zed.